Piles of rubble that were once homes. In some neighborhoods, not a single one is standing. This is what much of South Lebanon looks like after last year's war between Hezbollah and Israel. Families have returned to what's left of their homes and shops, but it would take a while before life returns to normal. There's no infrastructure, no electricity, no water. Losses are in the billions of dollars. The Awada family was among the first to return to Taybeh, a village from where Israeli forces withdrew following the 60-day deadline stipulated in the ceasefire agreement.
We returned on Sunday. We waited for dawn. We waited for the deadline to pass and came home. Israeli troops were still here. Then they retreated. It was the best day of my life.
The Israeli army has withdrawn from many villages, but they remain in the eastern sector. They say the Lebanese army has been slow to deploy. Commanders deny this and say they are ready to extend the state's authority across southern Lebanon. The deadline for the deal's implementation has now been extended until mid-February by the United States, which leads a committee that monitors the truce. The ceasefire agreement remains fragile, to say the least. On Sunday, Israeli troops pulled out from this village and the Lebanese army deployed. But on Monday, Israeli troops returned and stayed for an hour before pulling back. Some in Lebanon believe Israel's decision to stay is part of a strategy to prevent Hezbollah from regaining strength through shaping a new political and military landscape. The ceasefire deal does call on Hezbollah to pull back its forces and arms from the border. It also refers to the disarmament of all non-state groups across the country. But here, in what was its stronghold, Hezbollah's flags are back.
We tell the enemy that this is our land. We respected all the agreements that were reached, but they did not. We will allow Israel to decide what happens next.
Hezbollah was the most powerful political and military player in the country, even stronger than the state. But the war created a new reality. In this village alone, 60 of its fighters are still buried under the rubble. Hezbollah suffered major losses, but through its supporters who are back in border villages, it is projecting its presence in what many are calling a new political order. Zeina, Khodr, Al Jazeera, Taybeh, southern Lebanon.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.